Hi there! Welcome to Isabel Explains. In this video, I'll show you how to find the area of a circle. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you know that this video is actually part of a series of videos where I explain area, surface area, and volume. So if you want to check out the rest of the series, make sure to check out the video description. Let's go! So in the previous videos, we saw how to find the area of a rectangle and a triangle. And we talked about how you just multiply the base times the height. Now, when it comes to a circle, they do not have a base or a height. So the formula for finding the area of a circle is going to be pi times r squared, meaning this is pi times r times r. Now, pi, normally you'll hear it being referred to as 3.14. But in reality, pi is actually an irrational number, which means that it's a number that has an infinite amount of non-repeating decimals. And the theme that I see very common with my students is that they usually get it mistaken for the formula of circumference, right? Because they're actually very similar. But the reason why the circumference of a circle is 2 times pi times the radius is because if you grab the diameter of a circle, which is a line that goes from circumference to circumference passing through the center, and you make like a string out of it, right? And you place it around the circle, what's gonna happen is that that string can go around the circle 3 times and a little more. And that little more is the 0.14 blah, 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 blah. That's where pi comes from. Now, the reason why the area of the circle is pi r squared is because if I were to cut this circle into a bunch of pizza slices, and I were to align those slices right next to each other, and try to make a rectangle with it, I would have to have only half of the slices at the bottom and half of the slices at the top. So that would make it similar to a rectangle. Therefore, the base of that rectangle would be pi times r, and the height of that rectangle would be r, because the length from the center to the circumference is r. I hope that makes sense. It is not the easiest thing to explain, but just know that pi r squared, because it is a squared, is going to be the area for the circle. So we do the math. Assuming that the circle has a radius of 10 centimeters, we would get the area be equal to 3.14 if we replace the 3.14 for pi times 10 centimeters squared. So we do PEMDAS. 10 centimeters times 10 centimeters first, because it is the one that has an exponent. We get 3.14 times 100 square centimeters, which is approximately 314 square centimeters. Now notice how I changed the symbol to this squiggly line, which is called the approximate symbol. I like to call it the ish symbol, because it is 314-ish. It is not really 314 because in reality, it would just be 100 pi, because pi would be the exact number. But if we're gonna be rounding up, we can say that it is approximately 314 square centimeters. Now, if you wanna dive into surface area and volume, make sure to continue watching this series.